G'day everyone, I'm David Wilson, Brand Ambassador and Lead Trainer for Isuzu Ute Australia's iVenture Club, and today we're diving into the world of four-wheel driving in your trusty D-Max or MUX. So buckle up because we're about to discover some features that are going to take your four-wheel driving to the next level. Alright, let's get a start and let's talk about engaging four-wheel drive for the first time. Now, the first thing you want to remember is that the Isuzu four-wheel drive driveline is called a part-time four-wheel drive system, which means it's A-OK on the sand, rock, gravel and mud, but not bitumen and concrete. So, we've driven down that bitumen road, we're going to jump on that dirt road for the first time. Here's the way to get it into four-wheel drive. First thing you want to do is as you transition from the bitumen onto the dirt is to get off the accelerator pedal. That just puts some free play in the driveline to facilitate an easier engagement. With the front wheels in the dead ahead direction, so the front wheel speed matches the back wheel speed, we reach down to the four-wheel drive selector and switch it into 4H and confirm that on the dashboard. Then we know that we're in the safest and smoothest possible mode for running on that dirt road surface. And safety first, please don't go any faster than 80 kilometres an hour. Now, you've all heard that saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and that's when I elect to use low range because it's like having this extra burst of energy right at your fingertips to deal with whatever the situation might throw up. Then you can make your selection with the four-wheel drive selector. Rotate it from 4 high around to 4 low. Push the knob in, spin it to the right, and have a look out on the dash display because a new set of lights will come up to confirm that it is in low range. And a little tip for the manual drivers, make sure you depress the clutch pedal because that will facilitate the engagement. Now, the advantage with low range is we've multiplied the torque output of the motor, and that gives us the ability to tackle just about any challenge. Let's talk about hill descent control. So picture this, we've successfully negotiated our way to the top of the hill and we're now going into the descending phase. To give us a bit of extra comfort and safety, let's engage hill descent control. So a push of the button, and as we now descend the hill, when the car hits a threshold of around 4 kilometres an hour, the brakes will be activated to keep the descending speed in check. Now, 4 kilometres an hour is a bit too fast for your likes. Reach up onto the brake pedal, gently squeeze it down and pull the speed down a notch or two. Take your foot off the brake and the car will learn that new speed. And that way, you can get yourself down to that bottom of the hill without any scary moments at all. Now, let's talk about rough terrain mode, a game changer for tackling technical trails. Rough terrain mode maximises traction control and engine speed for maximum performance on hard surfaces. When engaged, rough terrain mode works its magic, alleviating wheel spin and directing torque to the wheels that have got the best grip. And last but not least is the rear differential lock, your get out of jail free card for when the going gets really tough. Engaging rear diff lock is really simple. All you need to do is to reach down and push the switch and the difference will become apparent almost immediately because now what we've done is joined up both back wheels so they turn in unison and you'll be able to climb up and over that nasty piece of terrain that's in front of you with total ease. When it's time to transition back to the bitumen, don't forget that you'll need to get your D-Max or your MUX back into two-wheel drive, that's 2H, because the systems that we employ are part-time systems only. Good for sand, mud, rock, gravel and dirt, but not bitumen, concrete or paving. Get it back into two-wheel drive and you'll have the vehicle in its optimal condition to drive that bitumen road and get you back to home. If you were to make the mistake and to leave the vehicle in four-wheel drive on a bitumen road, what you need to remember is that as you turn left and you turn right, there'll be different wheel speeds at play. And you'll have this counter-rotational force that's twisting up the driveline and creating this tension that we really don't want. The way to relieve it is to switch the car back into two-wheel drive. Don't be surprised if you see the four-wheel drive indicator light start to flash because it's going through the process of undoing itself. You might need a little bit of side-to-side movement with the steering wheel, perhaps even a quick escape down onto the dirt on the side of the road to put a loose surface underneath those wheels just for a moment. And then the light should go out. And when the light goes out, you know you're good to go. All right, folks, that wraps up four-wheel driving in your D-Max or MUX. And always remember, safety comes first and respect the terrain. For more tips and tricks, head on over to the Isuzu Ute Australia webpage and dive into our 4x4 tips page. And you can also stay connected and join up with Isuzu owner events at iVenture Club. And you'll find that at iventureclub.com.au.